What's up everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome to another video. Now it is 2025 and that is pretty exciting because it's a new year, new adventures, new things happening. I don't know what I have in store this year, but I have some goals. Now I know it's the beginning of the year, everyone has their resolutions and stuff like that. And I also know that for the most part, most people, if you're like me, will fail at those resolutions. Because honestly, I'm terrible at staying accountable, but I want to make this a known thing so that hopefully maybe you guys can help keep me accountable, and also maybe you guys have similar goals and we could share and help each other and motivate each other. With that being said, if you guys haven't checked out my channel before, welcome. My name is Hussein. I'm a photographer, filmmaker. On this channel, we do a lot of photo content, we do a lot of video content, and we also do a lot of lifestyle and EDC stuff like that. All in that amazing bubble that's wrapped around with a nice little pretty bow. So let's get into the video. All right, so my first goal for 2025 is to journal every day. I know what you're thinking, it's not gonna happen every day. At least that's what I'm thinking. There's no way I can make 365 days of journaling happen. Honestly, there might be some people out there that are like, well, not with that mindset and mentality, like you gotta make it happen. Like, I know myself. I'm gonna try. I want to journal as much as I possibly can. Now, I love writing things down. If you guys know me, you know that I always carry at least a Fields notebook, something like this, where I jot down ideas, stuff like that, because half the time I always forget what I'm talking about. Having something to jot down those ideas is always really helpful for me. I do want to also journal more and write down more of the things that I'm feeling, more of the things that I've experienced along the way, and so that one day I can look back at these journals, or say my future kids can look back at these journals and see if I was struggling with something that maybe it'll help them. So that is one of the main goals. So I want to start journaling more. And the second goal is kind of similar in a sense, but I want to spend less time on my phone. That is a hard thing for me to do. Obviously because, you know, we live in a very modern tech age, but because my job requires me to make content for brands, make content for different companies, and make content for myself, and to share that content as well. It is a very kind of tough situation for me. A lot of the companies that I work with are in different time zones around the world than I am. So sometimes I have meetings or text messages that I have to reply to really late at night. Personally, if you guys know my company name, it's called 3 AM Visuals. A lot of that has to do with I stay up late. I stay up late a lot because that's when I get things done, and that's easier for me. So it's kind of a tricky thing because I want to spend less time on my phone, but I think I'm gonna amend that by saying I want to spend less time procrastinating on my phone. I find that a lot of the times I'll be sitting on the couch watching a show and being on my phone, and I'm not doing anything worthwhile. Now, if I'm looking something up or I'm actively getting inspired, that's a different story. If I'm just mindlessly scrolling and getting stuck in wormholes, it's not worth it for me. Me personally, I don't have a TikTok, I don't have anything like that, but I do spend a lot of time on Instagram, YouTube, Threads, Vero, stuff like that. So I think as long as I'm not wasting my time, then we're doing good. Another goal I have is I want to be healthier. I want to be healthier in every sense of the word. You know, I want to drink more water because if you guys know me, you guys know that I love my Coke Zero and Huckleberry. But let me tell you something, it's not good for you. And I need to drink more water. If I can drink more water, I can justify having a Coke Zero every now and again. I remember a time where for some reason I just started drinking a ton of water. All the urges to have soda or other beverages disappeared because I just wanted water. It was really interesting and I was actually very surprised by that. And along with that, I also want to get healthier in general. I want to eat better. I want to, go out more. I want to exercise more, get more active, because I feel like this last year I've been very stagnant and I don't like that. I don't like the fact that I've been very just flatline and stagnant. I want to get out more and I want to do more and I want to feel better, not only about myself on the outside, but also getting better will help me on the inside as well. For me, mental health is a thing that I struggle with a lot and it's something that I take very seriously. And in order for me to do what I want to do, which is to help other people as much as I possibly can, I need to make sure that I'm in a good place. Plus, I'm getting married this year and I want to fit into my tux. And then I made a video last year, I think it was last year, basically explaining I don't take a lot of photos or make a lot of videos for myself. That's something I want to change. Now, I realized that I do a lot of stuff with a camera. I take a lot of photos and I make a lot of videos. A lot of times I find myself stuck in the same cycle of making and not enjoying it, not really feeling inspired, not really feeling like I'm doing what I want to be doing or I'm doing what I should be doing. That's hard for me. It really is, because I really do love telling stories. I really do love making videos and taking photos. And I love the feeling I get when I'm inspired. But if I lose that inspiration, I get into a very low place. There is a beautiful quote from the movie I Am Heath Ledger. It's a documentary about the life of Heath Ledger. One of his friends said that he always had a camera with him, and whenever they would go somewhere, he'd be like, don't forget to bring your camera.
He got this camera and he didn't know what to do other than to make something. It wasn't just to film us and film what we're doing. He was like creating something straight away. He always used to say to me, don't forget your camera. And I was like, what am I gonna film between here and there? And he was like, I don't care, you can film your feet.
Also learned that he was self-taught. He was a self-taught actor, and the way he taught himself was by filming himself, doing scenes, watching it back and learning. And I think that's so amazing. I think that's absolutely using your craft to the max, and I love that. I want to be able to capture as much as I can, but also work on my art. I want to be able to see the world as an artist all the time. I know there are times where, people feel burnt out. I feel burnt out and I don't see the world the way I should, or I get lazy and I don't pull over the car when I see a photo that I know would be so good. I want to stop that, and I want to keep going. I want to take my camera everywhere. I want to bring it with me. I want to take those photos, because you never know, that one photo that could change everything. What's the purpose behind these goals? It's always good to have goals, but there has to be something about these goals that bring purpose. And I think for me, the thing that inspired these goals, I want to be able to do my craft the best that I can. I want to be the best artist that I can possibly be, and I want to be the best artist that I have been. I want to be able to learn and grow, make, fail, repeat, try again. I want to look back at the beginning of this year, at the end of the year, and see the improvements. I also want to be able to make sure that I'm able to properly tell the stories that I want to tell in the best way possible. There are a lot of things that I've been inspired to do, but I don't know how to get from A to B, much less A to Z. So I think by having these goals, it will help me to become a better storyteller, a better artist. And obviously, every artist feels the need to always work on their craft. It's a common thing that all artists feel. I think by being able to look back at previous journal entries, dissect how I was feeling during a certain time, I'll be able to learn about how to either avoid certain situations or maybe get back into the inspirational groove of things. And I know that by being healthier, drinking more water, eating better, exercising more, the healthier I feel, the better the chances for me to make art that I am proud of. I don't want to feel lazy. I don't want to feel stuck. I don't want to feel anxious and stuff like that. Recently, I've been reading this book, The Letters of Vincent van Gogh, and I've had this book for over a year, and I have barely gotten through the first quarter of it because I feel like I don't prioritize learning sometimes. When I do read this book, I see a lot of things that I have in common with Van Gogh, or I see new things and I see new ways of seeing the world. And when I see that, I take note of it and I get inspired by that. I mean, that's why I love photo books. That's why I love learning about different artists, whether or not they're photographers or filmmakers. I want to know about people's mentality, because the more I can learn, the more I can take from different artists that inspired me and see what fits into my arrangements, the better of an artist I will be. I hope that made sense. I wanted to share this with you guys because I know it is the new year and I know everyone has goals and resolutions. The thing that I want to make sure I do is I want to make sure that every time I fall, I get back up. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see what this year has to bring. Who knows? But thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys did like it, let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know what you're thinking about this next year. What are your goals? And let's talk about how we can reach that point. Please make sure to hit the like button. It actually makes a really big difference. And also subscribe to the channel. We are gonna have a ton more content hopefully coming up, and I'm super excited. I'm super pumped. Until then, take it one step at a time, and I'll see you all later. Peace.